Hello and welcome to my vlog. I'm going to read another one from Grandpa Sims. Hope that was a clear picture there. And you probably can't even see that. The old schoolmaster's reflections. He was a schoolmaster, he was a principal and teacher. And so I was going to read, after a couple about people dying. I was going to read the one about the day I was born. I'll read that another time. Not the day I was born, although he did write something about that the day he was born. But it opened to this, and this, if I could be half the shadow of what my grandfather was, he was an incredible man. So listen to this. Understand the language of children. It is something that I will never forget. It was her first day in kindergarten. She was wearing a cute pink fluffy dress. Her big blue eyes were sparkling with excitement. Her blonde curls made her angelic little face glow with radiance. Her Cupid's bow lips parted as she asked, "Teacher, will you let my mama stay with me today, please? She isn't used to being alone." And a new boy came to school. He had no grade card, so the teacher tested him to see if he was in the right grade. He was good in reading and spelling. He talked plainly and used real sentences. Then the teacher said, "If you take 59 from 101, what's the difference?" His answer was, "That's what I say, teacher. What the heck's the difference?" Teachers must first understand their children. They must learn them before they can teach them. As grown-ups, we speak a foreign language. The language of childhood is a foreign language to adults, too. The kindergarten teacher above could have laughed at the little girl, but she did not. She knows the language of children. She treated the incident with all the dignity the little girl was putting into it. The other teacher could have groaned in despair at the answer the boy gave her. She could have made a scene. She could have said, "My mother told me this would happen sometime," but she did not. She too understood his language. So many times teachers and parents misunderstand the language of children. They poke fun in it, and they start a smart aleck on the road to ruin. They start a rabble-rouser on a life that brings sorrow and despair not only to him, but to so many of his fellows. It happens so often. I often think that might have been the reason that paper hanger over in Germany turned out the way he did. One time I was standing at a counter in a store waiting my turn. In the crowd was a little fellow too small to peep over the counter. Each time he thought it was his turn, he would hold up his grimy little hand with the slip of paper and the money. But always someone else got ahead of him. I could not help wondering what he was thinking about us wonderful, well-mannered grown-ups. We think of a child too often as unimportant. We should always remember that we are dealing with presidents, governors, captains of industry, labor leaders, congressmen, preachers, teachers, doctors, leaders of men, and men who must necessarily follow the leaders. Because we must have good followers, too. The way we act in our daily living often has a greater influence on the lives of children than all the formal teaching they will ever get. Not long ago, we celebrated the birth of that babe in the manger. He was just a little child, too. We must always remember what a profound influence that little child had on the people of the world. Without him and his teaching, we would not have schools, churches, hospitals, and all the wonderful institutions that have for their mission in life the betterment of mankind in all its activities. Why make this fuss over children? They are the most important people in the whole world. If we could just learn their language, we could be much more effective in our dealings with them. We might be, and we would be, better parents and teachers. Words of wisdom. Make it a great day, and bye for now.